Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. So, we have quite a bit of news this week around. Not so much terribly on the front of here, although I did just measure, and the part of this, office that you're seeing on camera is about 5.3-ish meters squared, which actually makes it smaller than a single bedroom, legally. So, yeah, that's interesting to find out. Anyways, the first piece of news that I have today is that the Patreon redesign has been finished, finalized, and released. So if you head over to patreon.com/line, you can get so much value. It is now it's now more worthwhile than ever to support the Patreon, and it scales accordingly, so that's pretty awesome. So you go up the tiers and you get the amount that you put in, more or less. It's pretty sweet, and of course you help to keep the lights on. Specifically, these two lights pointed at my face, but nonetheless. The slight bit of bad news that I have this week is that my hard drive issues are reaching their peak. Once again, if you haven't been paying attention too much, the behind-the-scenes footage of the haunting is huge in scale. The actual videos by themselves, at the end of the day, aren't actually that large, but the amount of gigabytes of footage that goes through color grading, VFX, high-res, that kind of thing, is really eating up a huge chunk in my hard drive, and I only have the one hard drive between the video archive and the raw footage. Editing is its own separate thing, thankfully, but even then, hard drive space premium right now. So I am going to be dedicating the next week to editing Haunting Behind the Scenes, and that does mean that you're going to have relatively few videos next week. But if you are lacking for videos on this channel, you can head over to William Strife on YouTube, because I now have a series with him. We are now doing Factorio. This has been in the process for months, and it is an older version of Factorio as a consequence, so kindly put up with that. It's also like a period before I had my current microphone, so the quality on me is a little lackluster for a few episodes, but bear with it, I promise it does get better. And that is coming out 3 days a week as well, so keep an eye on the schedule and we'll explain how that goes. Upcoming streams for this week: on Thursday we have Midnight Souls at 11 PM BST. We are going to be taking on a boss, probably more than one, knowing my tour guides. On Saturday, it's the Coaster at 9 PM BST, where we have basically 2 weeks to get into gold. Can we pull it off? Possibly not, we'll find out. Then on Tuesday at 9 PM BST, we have Yogdwarves Live, where last time we managed to finally get one of our items fully modeled and rendered inside of the new Minecraft 1.8 model system. Can we polish it off and see if we can get a food module running? And videos you might have missed for this week. We have an episode of Edgington, where things are chugging along fairly stably, and we have a nice little trader visit, but I am chiefly concerned with what exactly defines a man. And why do I think I am one? Then we also have 2 episodes of The Netless Waste. By unanimous vote, I have uploaded the 2 videos of Nemoria that were filmed during the early days of the Sitch in December 2015. So the quality is certainly not up to par with modern content. Not even the worst microphone I have will record as well in this office as the videos of Nemoria, but apparently it's a popular item, so it might come back. And big news for this week, we have episodes of Factorio with Strife. So we are stuck on a barren, monster-infested planet. Will the hazards of the alien realm claim us, or will we throttle each other first? We'll find out. Episodes are released Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday each week. And on to the questions. So as always, these are drawn from the comment section of the preceding vlog. If you have anything you want to ask me, drop it down below. We'll see if it gets answered. Our first question of the week comes from Flurrybird. Any tips for starting out on YouTube with a Let's Play or with Minecraft? The general advice, and this will sound negative, I know, is don't. The reason being that in order to actually make content interesting, it has to be distinct, it has to be unique, it has to be different. And in the case of Minecraft especially, the market is saturated. Like, I try to do things differently with every single RP that I do, but nonetheless, I'm still broadly doing Minecraft RP, and there is a ton of people doing Minecraft RP with way bigger channels than mine, way bigger audiences, and way bigger budgets. So, nonetheless, what I had to do is I'd have to try and spice things up using VFX, using soundtracks, custom-tailored songs, that kind of thing, and that's the main thing that you really want to be trying to do with YouTube content. With content in general, is you want to be different, you want to add, you don't want to replicate or imitate or duplicate. So that's my main advice there, is try and do something different. Gregor's evil twin asks, how have you been doing on Yogdwarfs? We have been doing fairly well. There is a lot of stuff that we still need to update between our previous 1.7 version and our current 1.8 version. Model-wise, especially, the items are currently almost 100% just untextured gigantic cubes. But we have a plan currently to try and split things off into different modules, so you'll be able to have a singular module of Yogdwarfs running if you wish, so you can have just, say, the food items, or just the fight with the Ubervidron, that kind of thing. And then down the line you'll be able to plug them all together to get the full effect. This will make it a lot easier to update between versions, but there is a significant startup cost, if you will, from taking our current whole of Yogdwarfs and splitting that apart into a system that can actually interact by itself as well as interconnect. So, we're doing well, but a release probably not quite forthcoming, but once we've gotten that running, it'll be a lot easier to make releases. So yay! And our last question comes from Chronicler Wolfram. What is the name of the Re-Revolution AI? Does it have pronouns? The AI in Re-Revolution is it's a behavioral model of the lying that we see running around on the screen, because this is not standard protocol, but when the parole officer AI was given to that particular lying, it was determined that the only person able to put up with him was himself. So, lying is his own parole officer, which is to say that that particular AI has the same pronouns as that particular lying is he, him, and it also responds to the same name, Lying Ingeborg. And that's it for today, so hope you've all enjoyed that, and I'll catch you all, as always, next time.